On July 18th, 2018, this past off-season, Masai Ujiri made one of the biggest gambles we have seen in a very long time. Most Raptor fans were very happy with the trade. There were some that were just upset about DeMar DeRozan being traded. And yes, DeMar DeRozan obviously being traded to the San Antonio Spurs. The franchise player, though he leads almost every category for the Toronto Raptors, to see him get traded, especially the way it was and the saltiness that he had afterwards, it was bitter. And then, of course, Jakob Poeltl and the protected first-round pick going back as well. But the Raptors get back Kawhi Leonard, excuse me, guys, and Danny Green. Now, instantly we think Kawhi Leonard, wow, Defensive Player of the Year, top 5 player in the game, pretty damn good. And Danny Green was kind of like the guy lost in the wings, and now we've learned over the 82-game season, this guy is damn good. So Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard, yes, it could be rentals, but they had to make that risk. And for a deep playoff run, they had to do it. And from that trade, on July the 18th, every single Raptors fan was waiting for tomorrow to happen. Playoff basketball. We are ready. We're excited. And boy, oh boy, can we not wait to get this thing going. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock, the Raptors tip off Game 1 of their 7-game series against the Orlando Magic. Do not take the Magic for granted. Please don't say it's 4-game sweep or out in 5. Look, it could possibly happen because we don't know what playoff Kawhi Leonard looks like yet. I mean, Spurs fans know, and hardcore basketball fans know exactly what playoff Kawhi is all about. But you got to remember the Orlando Magic and the Toronto Raptors split the season series. And the Orlando Magic ended the year 22-9. That's pretty damn good if you ask me. I mean, that is the second best record in that amount of games behind the Milwaukee Bucks. So they're playing their best basketball of the year at the right time. They're feeling amazing heading into the playoffs. By the way, guys, before I go any further, if you guys are going down to Jurassic Park tomorrow afternoon to watch this game, I will be down there as well. It is going to be a ton of fun. I will be wearing my DeMar DeRozan purple jersey and this hat. This will be blue. You know why? Because I'll have my Leaf jersey underneath. Because I'll be watching that game afterwards. But it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. If you're going to be down there, if you want to meet up, go ahead. We'll have a great time and watch the basketball game. And if you guys have Twitter, guys, let me know if you guys are coming. Comment section, let me know if you guys are coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be packed. It's going to be rowdy. It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow in Jurassic Park. All right? Now let's get to these games. Because the Magic are coming into the playoffs feeling good. The Raptors, yeah, we had a pretty good end of the year. I mean, ideally the schedule was quite nice. But they're playing well, and they're knocking down their threes at the right time. However, a couple things concern me about this series. Not totally, right? Not like I'm like, oh God, we might actually lose it. Because I don't expect this team to lose the series. I expect the Raptors to win the series, as all of us do. But we can't get ahead of ourselves. The one guy I think is going to be an X factor for this team is Pascal Siakam. And people are going to say, well, duh, he's their second scoring option. That's not what I'm getting at. Yes, he is the second scoring option, and if he doesn't do well, then you might have a problem. But the reason I'm saying that is because Pascal Siakam this year against Orlando hasn't been very good. He hasn't been efficient. I think he's averaging under 10 a game when it comes to facing Orlando in the regular season. The reason being, Jonathan Isaac. That guy has defended Pascal incredibly well, making every shot tough. And Pascal's having a tough time. Now, ideally, playoffs, totally different story. You never know what you're going to get. And heck, you could see Pascal go off in every single game. And those regular season numbers mean nothing. But I'm just going off of those regular season numbers. And Pascal didn't struggle too often at all. but he did struggle against Orlando. So that's the one thing I'm kind of like, okay, well, let's see how he does tomorrow. But I think there's some question marks for tomorrow's game. Jonathan Isaac and Nikola Vukovic are both expected to play tomorrow. They missed the finale of the season for the Orlando Magic, but they are expected to play tomorrow. Someone who's not playing, though, tomorrow, OG Anunoby, who underwent emergency appendectomy last night, and he's expected to be out at least 2 weeks. That's basically the first round, maybe the start of the second round. So, maybe, I wouldn't say the second round, but maybe more or less like, right at the end of the first round. So it's there's no need to rush him, though, because why would you rush him back? You don't want him to get hurt even more. But yeah, he's expected to miss at least 2 weeks. He's a bench guy that this team is going to rely on, especially on the defensive end. I'm excited, Raptor fans. I know you guys are. This is something we've been waiting for a long time. Since the regular season started, all we were thinking to ourselves was, all right, let's give ourselves a good seed in the Eastern Conference and get to the dang playoffs. Because that's what we want to play for. We want to play in there and show teams we're not a one-and-out team or a first-round team or a second-round team. This team is built for the NBA Finals. They have length. They play defense. They've shown that they can shoot the three. And they have a great paint game. The one problem is the rebounding game. But, other than that, the Raptors are very, very good. They have the capabilities to get to the NBA Finals. But we can't look that far ahead. We've done everything we could. If you get to the Finals, you have home court. That's great. You don't have to see Boston or Milwaukee in the second round if you get there. You either face Philly or Brooklyn would be that series that we look at, I guess. But you don't look past the Orlando Magic. This is the team in front of you right now. And a great example is the Boston Bruins for the Toronto Maple Leafs. You heard Brad Marchand talk today. And he said, I'm not going to quote him because I don't know the exact quote, but it was something like, we expected this to be a little bit of an easier series. Clearly, it's not. And it took them playing a terrible game one and getting their butt whacked last night by the Leafs, maybe to realize that. So for the Raptors going into this game, yes, you're the number 2 seed. Yes, they're the number 7 seed. And yes, they barely made it in. And yes, the Raptors are a 58-win team. That doesn't mean anything. It's playoff time. Anything can. Did anybody expect the Raptors to get 1 versus 8 last year? Right, we played the Washington Wizards. It got to 6. I understand it's the Wizards and John Wall and all that. Have Nikola Vukovic at all been stopped by the Raptors this year? No. They've split this season series for a reason. If I'm not mistaken, the Raptors' points per game against these guys this year is something like, under 100. And you don't see that too often. They've defended the Raptors fantastic, not just Pascal Siakam. That's why I'm sitting here and saying this is not going to be an easy series. We have to take it game by game. And the big thing, take care of business on your own floor. Game 1, Game 2. Show the Orlando Magic, this is why we're number 2 and you're number 7. Prove to us as Raptor fans that you can go out there on a night-to-night basis no matter who you're facing and demolish them. Now, I'm not saying if the Raptors barely win a game, tomorrow, that it's a failure and you're whatever. It's playoff time. Who cares about a nail-biting win? It's a win, and that's what matters. Now, if it was a regular season game against the Knicks or something, then yes, I'd be a little upset. But it's not anymore. It's playoffs. No matter how your team plays, no matter how they look, the Raptors could turn the ball over 30 times tomorrow. If they win, it does not matter. It's playoffs. I'm excited. I know you guys are. So guys, this is going to be the, let me see if I can get the playoff schedule for you guys, just to give you a little bit of an update, and this is how it's going to go out. So, April 13th, obviously tomorrow, Game 1. April 16th is Monday? Tuesday? Something like that. That's Game 2. It's an 8 o'clock tip-off. Then the 19th in Orlando, the 21st in Orlando. Then back at home on the 23rd, if necessary. The 25th back in Orlando, if necessary. And then Game 7 back in Toronto on April 27th, if necessary. Like I said right off the top, guys, this is the time we've been playing for all year long. The Raptors ended the season on a 2-game win streak. They beat Miami at home in overtime, a very emotional win, a great win. And then you end the season crushing the Minnesota Timberwolves 120-100. So you end the year scoring 117 and 120. The offense is feeling good right now. And you date back to, oh my goodness, where are we here? The Oklahoma City game at home. Since that game, the Raptors have not scored under 110. And in that loss, they scored 109. And in the game in OKC, they scored 123. The offense has been feeling so good over the last little while. And now you're facing a team that's defended you really well. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens tomorrow. Playoff Kawhi's here. Can Danny Green shoot the three at the rate we've seen over the last little while? Can Siakam dominate the Magic and put a good performance together against that team that's really held him in check all year long? Can Ibaka hit his mid-range jumpers and be that presence on the inside? Can Gasol move the ball as much as we've seen and be a great defender? Can Kyle Lowry take the charges, be a great facilitator, and sprinkle in a few threes here and there? Can Fred VanVleet be that guy making shots? Can Norman Powell be effective defensively and offensively? The question marks are there. They will be answered tomorrow starting at 5 o'clock. At Scotiabank Arena. Guys, you know what? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys are pumped for tomorrow's first game of the playoffs. Smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you think of the game, the video, the excitement you got behind this game, because I'm jacked up. And also, guys, like I said earlier in the video, right near the beginning actually, if you guys are going down to Jurassic Park to watch Game 1 of the Raptors and Magic series tomorrow at 5 o'clock, please let me know in the comments down below or on Twitter. The links are in the description. I'm hoping to get down there. I'm hoping around 3:30, 3:40, something along those lines. Because I got to go from work. Evan and I have to do the podcast, and then we got to fly down as fast as we can. It's going to be a busy, busy one tomorrow, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So just guys, the heads up of kind of the time range of when I'm hoping to get down there. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a ruckus crowd down there for the Raptors and the Leaf game, because I'll be wearing this one and then the Leaf jersey underneath. So thank God it's going to be semi-warm. I don't have to wear a jacket or something. That's going to be a little bit chillier as the night goes on, but it's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. If you guys are planning on going, please let me know. And if you want to meet up, again, Twitter, comments, and if you want to see me down there, don't hesitate to come say hi. It'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun at Scotiabank Arena tomorrow evening and night for the Leafs. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so guys, Evan and I will talk to you guys podcast edition like we said tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be a quick one. Well, maybe not a quick one, but we're going to be starting it quickly, and it might be uploaded pretty quick too. It'll be uploaded hopefully before 3 o'clock. That is the hope and pray. But links are in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes. Twitter is also down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff, and I will talk to you guys Jays Edition later tonight as they take on the Tampa Bay Rays at Rogers Center, as Charlie Montoyo faces his former team in the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Jays look to get a lead and actually hold it, not like last night. Trent Thornton, Ryan Stanek are the starters in tonight's Game 707 first pitch at Rogers Center. And as for the Leafs, like we've talked about earlier in the video, they play tomorrow as well. It's an 8 o'clock puck drop at TD Garden. Game 2 of the round 1 matchup against the Boston Bruins. The Leafs look to take a 2-0 series lead coming home. Oh my, that would be beautiful. I'm not expecting it because it's going to be tough. They're going to come out flying, but the Leafs got to keep on the gas pedal, play physical with them as they were in Game 1, and find a way to beat Rask as they did in Game 1, all right? And Freddie Anderson has to be the way he was yesterday because he was incredible. And lastly, guys, as we've talked about, the Toronto Raptors open up their round 1 playoff series tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock tip-off at Scotiabank Arena. Game 1, Round 1 against the Orlando Magic. It is going to be a dogfight. It's going to be fun, and I can't wait to see playoff Kawhi Leonard starting tomorrow evening. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are jacked up for tomorrow, and we'll talk to you guys then.